Hi everyone and welcome to the video. Kim here, Chartered Counselling Psychologist. This is the first in a series of videos which are called Ask Kim. And these are questions which I frequently get asked in my consulting rooms or have in the past. And I also know lots of my other colleagues who are psychologists get asked very similar questions. So if you have any questions you'd like answering, please pop them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. And if I don't know the answer, I will make sure I find someone who does. So today's question is, how can I be assertive without appearing rude? And this often is a question I get asked by a lot of women because they want to start being assertive and they want to start standing up for themselves, pushing back and saying no, or asserting their rights. But they're worried that other people will find them extremely rude. Because I think assertiveness often gets mixed up with aggression, and the two kind of, if men are doing it, it seems, oh, they're assertive, but if women are being as assertive as men, they come across as aggressive. But assertion and aggression have very different mindsets involved within them. If in an assertive mindset, you have you and the other person right at the center, it's collaborative, you respect one another. It's not, I'm trying to win at any cost, I want to get one over on you, I'm better than you. It's, I have rights and I understand you have rights. You have a right to ask, I have a right to say no, and vice versa. On the other hand, if you are an aggressive person or you meet an aggressive person, they want to win at all costs. That is it for them. Winning means everything. So they don't really listen to you. They don't care about your opinion particularly. They may pay lip service to it a little bit, but actually what they want to do is win. They want to be the victor. So there are very different mindsets involved. And so you will come across in a very different way. So in order to be seen as assertive rather than aggressive or you're not being rude, it's very important to have the right kind of body language and voice tone, because only 7% of what we say is based on the content. The rest of it is actually based on how we stand, our voice tone, the words that we use. Those things are just as important as asking for what it is you want. It's how you do it. That's crucial. And an assertive person actually engages in active listening. They're hearing what the other person has to say because they have at the heart of it respect for both themselves and the other person. And the other person will feel heard because the assertive person's using lots of I statements. When you did that, I felt this. You're not saying you make me feel, or when you do that. No, you're actually owning your own feelings. You're owning your own part in it. And you're often prepared to come up with a compromise. You're not just going to say my way or the highway. So that's very different from somebody who's very aggressive, because they'll almost wear you down, just keep wearing you down and wearing you down, forcing their opinion, forcing themselves upon you, so that you will change your mind and do what they want to do or acquiesce to their demands. So voice tone is very important, to have a nice even voice tone, to not be too high pitched, to not be aggressive, and your body language, the way you stand with your shoulders back and down, nice open posture, and eye contact, the appropriate amount of eye contact. Because if you're staring too much at someone, that can be deemed as an aggressive stance. So make sure that you're using the appropriate amount of eye contact. And if you're not sure, it's worth looking at videos about this, because there are plenty of them on the internet, or practicing with a friend and asking them how they feel you came across when you were making your request or saying no to something, so that you're not appearing rude, you're not appearing bolshy, but also you're not appearing passive. Because if you adopt a very passive stance, you may look down and your shoulders may be rounded, so that you don't actually look as if you mean what you're saying. And if the other person has even a slight aggression within them, they'll feel, well, I can wear her down without any trouble, because she doesn't really seem that she means what it is she's saying. So be very mindful of your voice tone, your pitch of your voice, the words that you use. Make sure that they're clear and concise, no jargon, and that you're not apologizing. You're not saying, oh, I'm sorry if, oh, do you mind if? No, you're making a request. And a good thing to think about if you're making a request is to write out the statement that you're wanting to make, or the thing you're going to ask for, and look at it and think, well, if I asked 100 people, would they think my request was reasonable? And if the answer is yes, then it probably is reasonable, and it's probably something that you can go ahead with. If you think, oh, well, actually, I'm not sure, then maybe you need to rework the statement or rephrase it in a slightly different way, so that you're coming across more assertive and not rude or bolshy, which is obviously what you don't want to be coming across as. So those are some of the things that you can do to start to become assertive without appearing rude. But also you have no control over how other people are going to encounter you or perceive you. All you can do is come at it from your own perspective, making I statements, using your voice, body language, and having respect for both yourself and the other person at the heart of it, and engaging in active listening and repeating back to the person what they've said, so that you're sure that you've understood their point of view. And that way, excuse me, you won't be accused of being rude or bolshy. So that's how you can come across as assertive without appearing rude. So please check out my other videos. I've put links below to my website, www.transformyourmindset.co.uk. You can join my Facebook group, Assertive Women, and my business page, Transform Your Mindset, on Facebook. And there's lots of other tips and things in there. And like I said, if you have any questions, please just pop them in Ask Kim, hashtag Ask Kim, and I will do my very, very best to answer any of your questions. Thanks for tuning in, and my free thing is coming very soon, so check out my website, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.